All right, everybody. Welcome into the Hoops Rehab Show. Look on my right, we got a special guest. Ryan Ward joins the show.
Game one win.
Yeah, boy. So Eric B. Mack is at the game right now. He's obviously leaving. He's at some point he might call in and try to get into the show, but we'll kind of see how that goes. But Lakers reporter Ryan Ward is here. Nothing better than that. How you doing, bud?
Good, because that was fun to watch. I thought it could go either way, an absolute massacre. Like no effort, all that stuff. But it was all effort. It was all heart. It's playoff basketball. We're finally in playoff basketball. I loved it, man.
Oh yeah, it was scrappy. It was a grinded out game. Obviously right before the game, you kind of find out that Kevin Durant is out, and we'll kind of get into that a little bit more. But to me, that was the most surprising thing, and kind of gave you a little bit more hope since we've obviously have our two stars out. So what were your thoughts when you kind of heard that right away? Or actually, when you heard that he was questionable yesterday?
Well, when I heard that, I was like, red flag, like I was saying before we jumped on. You don't put a player like of his caliber, any player that's like, of any kind of that could impact a series or a game as questionable unless there's questions about whether or not they can legitimately play, right?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
When that happened, I was like, oh, this isn't good for Houston. Like this is great for the Lakers. Obviously, you never want to cheer, somebody getting hurt or whatever. Like it's like that's like Houston fans being like, oh, Luka's not playing, AR's not playing or whatever. But when I saw that, I was like, dude, there's something to this. This is not some like little thing that they can just because I've been covering this team and the league for so long to where you could see trends how teams report injuries.
For sure.
And whenever they're questionable, there are serious questions about whether or not that player can play, because otherwise it'd just be probable and it'd be like, go through shoot around and then you're cleared, whatever. Right. But him being questionable, I was like, okay, there's something they're not telling us. We're probably going to learn more like tomorrow or whatever, because everybody's going to dive deep now that the Lakers have won.
Yeah.
And see how the extent of this, because for him to miss a playoff game, really out of nowhere, it must have been some freak accident in practice. That's my guess. That's how I reacted.
That was my thing, because it was like, okay, say he bumped knees, they said a knee contusion, you're like, okay, you can play through that. But they kind of talk about, Adoko kind of talked about, the coach of Houston talked about that it was kind of in an awkward spot. He said it was above the knee, but then called it, the patella tendon, which is kind of below the knee. So that kind of gave you a little bit of like, I don't know if he got misinformation or whatnot, but essentially saying that he got it like maybe bumped right at the tendon. So essentially, sometimes that can cause like acute inflammation in the tendon and almost cause like a acute tendonitis. So think about like, anytime somebody has like a jumper's knees, runner's knee, that's like a tendonitis-ish issue. Yeah. So every once in a while, if you take a shot right to the tendon, that can flare up that tendon, cause a lot of pain and stiffness, which what they said Kevin Durant has, and kind of could linger for at least a couple of days and up to a week or so.
So that's what you think happened? You think?
I'm just trying to piece out the information based on what the coach said, right? So it's like, it's not just like bump knees, because otherwise that's something that you bump knees in a game, you shake it off, you kind of go to the bench, come back, and you're ready to go. Just doesn't seem like that, right? And like you said, to miss a game one in the playoffs is very, very unheard of for this type of injury.
Exactly. Well, since I went to school, for all the stuff that you've went to school with too, so I'm a doctor as well.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I just don't put that anywhere else. I think he's out for the season. I think he's done, and I think the Lakers like cruise to the second round. That's what's going to happen.
That would be ideal, especially with our other two stars out right now. So I think any advantage that we can take, the Lakers took advantage of it tonight. It was a interesting game because in the first half, I think Lakers shot 65%, Houston shot 38%,
and they were
and they're only up by 2.
Yeah.
Right. So It was a weird game. And did you see the offensive rebounds by Houston compared to LA? It was 12-3.
It was 12-3?
21-3.
Oh, no way. So second chance points was like a big factor there.
Yeah. So I think those are concerns kind of moving forward. Obviously, we knew that Houston is the biggest, best rebounding team in the league. So we're going to have to deal with that regardless. But a win is a win. And to get out of game one, especially when you know you got your guys on the shelves, is important.
You take this every day. I mean, every day, any opportunity to get a win like this in this situation is huge.
Yeah.
Like Luke Kennard continues to blow me away. I'm like, oh my, who is this guy? Why didn't anybody like make him the focal point of their team?
Yeah.
At some point, right? 27 points in a playoff game when you're an underdog,
dude.
Like, and he's a shooter, right? Like quote unquote shooter, like that's all he does. This guy could do, he could do everything. I mean, obviously he's not Luka, he's not LeBron, he's not AR, but damn, like just impressive game after game. If they screw up re-signing this guy, I am going to be livid. Like honestly, I'm going to be so pissed because that doesn't make any sense. This guy is he can adapt. It feels like he can adapt to any situation.
Yeah.
Right. Like, okay, I can be the shooter in the corner, or I can run your whole offense. Like,
oh yeah, yeah, and
crazy.
Just think about who we traded for him,
right.
Gabe Vincent.
Exactly.
Like he was been doing nothing for the Lakers for 3 years.
Yeah.
And you get a shooter, a bona fide shooter. And to be honest, like he's a facilitator. And when the Lakers, he had to step up when Luka out, he had, what was it like? He went 24 assists and 2 turnovers or something like that. So he's high IQ, smart player.
Yeah.
And makes the right play. So,
he's
I mean,
player. He's not just a shooter. That's the crazy thing. Like, I thought the Lakers were just getting an elite shooter who they need. Right, obviously, but now that he can do both things, his value is gonna. I mean, that's kind of the scary thing. Like his value is gonna go through the roof if he continues this. So he's gonna get massive offers from other people too, or other teams or whatever. But man, how impressive! Him, Rui, Marcus Smart. I mean, even Aiden played well today.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. You got a collective unit. You got the whole team playing well. To me, like moving forward, obviously, you know, they got some days in between, which is important for the Lakers to kind of like see how long we can expand the season. The biggest thing out of today to me is just you're giving your guys like Luka and AR the best chance to kind of come back. Yeah. And I was concerned whether or not Luka would try to come back a little bit earlier and, you know, say they were like 2-2 or it was like 1-2 or something like that. And he tried to came back at game 4. Now you're like, hey, like you can kind of push this to maybe like game 5 or, hey, you still 2 at home and then you're kind of cruising the series and maybe it's a little different and maybe you can wait to the to round 2 if the Lakers are playing this way.
Yeah, totally. I think I thought this was the most important game of the series, really, for the Lakers, right? Like they set the tone. They get that win. They show that the Houston. I mean, obviously, the Lakers were the better team. Like it wasn't a fluke. It wasn't like you know, all of a sudden Sengun had a bad day, or you know, Udoka did bad things coaching. No, the Lakers were the better team. They played defense. They everybody that needed to contribute did, right? Thank God they only played Bronny 4 minutes.
Yeah. You got at least got him in some playoff time with his dad. So
I think that when he got in, I was like, okay, now I'm worried. Yeah. Now I'm like, what's going on? What are you doing? You know, it didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But then you know he only played 4 minutes. Like whatever. That if that was like some thing just for LeBron, which sounds like it was, right?
Yeah,
but
pretty much. And then he turned the ball over trying to throw to LeBron. You can see LeBron like, come on. Dude.
That was like a pickup turnover, right? Like you play pickup basketball, like just a lazy, easy pass to the right. Like, oh God. But yeah, I'm elated. Honestly, I was so impressed with what they did. I really am.
Yeah. So one thing that stood out to me is that we didn't need to have a LeBron 30-point game. And you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
when you were going into the playoff series, you're like, dude, LeBron's going to have to average 30 in order for us to win.
That's what
And
I
he
thought.
literally played the same way he's been playing with Luka and AR. The facilitator role, that not that he was a third option tonight, but he wasn't going for a shot. He only shot 15 attempts.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that to me is key if the Lakers can continue to play that way.
You know what I realized? I don't know why it took this long to realize this, but in this game, he only took 2 threes.
Yeah.
Right? And he made 1 of 2. He fell in love with the 3 the last 2 or 3 seasons, right? And
Yep.
I thought that was he shot at a good percentage 1 or 2 of the years, right? But I was like, dude, that's not the smartest shot, right? Like find the smartest shot. And tonight when he hit that 3 late, I was like, wow, LeBron's not really shooting threes anymore, right? Like when he does, it's really the right time to do it. And he drills it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, he is playing the best in terms of being just a smart basketball player, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not going out there to score 40, 30, whatever. He's just he's making the right play every time. I mean, there's a couple times where, he would go in, you drive in and he'd kick it out. And I'm like, dude, you could just easily just put that up. Right. But I'd say more often than not, he is making the smart play. And I'm like, dude, that's the kind of LeBron you need to win championships, right? Or just win playoff series.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he's in full control of his game, right? Like he knows exactly what it takes to win. And like he read his team tonight because obviously they started off pretty hot. So and then he was able to get, he had 8 assists in the first quarter. I think that tied a career high in the playoffs.
Was it 8 or no? Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah,
I think it was around there or something like that. So
11.
Yeah, he ended up with 13, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, 13 assists.
13. Total. Yeah, you're right.
But just in general, that's like, I mean, he'd like to give the trust of your team. And, you got Luka Kennard hot. Obviously, Rui was playing well. Aiden was playing well. So you got a collective effort, and that's what you're going to need each night. Now, what are your thoughts? Like, say, Luka and AR can't come back this series.
Mm-hmm.
What are you giving the Lakers chances right now to actually win the series with everything, after game 1, knowing that KD was out? Are you feeling 100% more confident? Or are you still kind of not buying it yet?
Dude, my job teaches me to be a pessimist, right? Like I can't be like super optimistic about stuff. But I would say after watching this, and I was really, that is the most amped I've been watching a Laker game probably all season.
Yeah.
And I would say 50-50 now. I'd say it's a coin flip, honestly, because I think the big thing in this series is the fact that without KD, they don't know how to score. They don't know how to set up on offense, right? Like it's like basically whoever has the ball goes for it. And if they like slowed it down and maybe set up a play for like Sengun and Payne or something, or I mean, Amen Thompson is amazing. That guy's first step still trips me out every time I watch him play. I'm like, holy crap. Like he's just getting by players whenever he wants. I mean, it's just at will, right? And then Jabari Smith can hurt you too, but he didn't really do much tonight either. But if it stands the way it is, I would give the Lakers 60-40 to win.
Okay.
I would. But if KD comes back, it's going to change the whole thing. But then again, he misses this game, like as you know, he's not going to be 100%, right? There's no way he's just going to be like, okay, I'm good, right? So that knee's going to hinder him in some ways. So I mean, I'm still trying to like soak it all in. I'm like, I am so surprised that it went this way, but Lakers fans have to be optimistic about this. They have to, because I think this is a really good sign of things just trending in LA's direction, and they could take full advantage of this. And the great thing about this is if they can stretch it out far enough. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to sweep or anything, or like, you know, 5 games, but I mean, 6 games, 7 games sounds realistic in my eyes, for either side. But if they can do that and they can get Luka back, and then all of a sudden Reeves comes back, maybe they can do something in the second round. I don't know. I mean, because we know that OKC is right there, just waiting. I mean, who's OKC? Is it Portland?
Yeah, no, Phoenix.
Phoenix. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
like, yeah, it's just that's a wash, right? Like that's But then again, I have said this multiple times, and it came to fruition today. Anything can happen in the playoffs.
True.
Anybody can get hurt.
No,
they can get hurt. You know what
that's
I mean?
the main thing, right? So it just takes a hamstring pull, it takes a calf strain, anything like
contusion,
that.
A knee contusion.
Totally.
Sunday. You know what I mean? Like that's what happens in basketball. That's what happens in playoff basketball. You just never know.
Yeah.
And it came out of nowhere. So like, you always got to keep hope alive. Like, don't count them out.
We had on Geeter, Chris McGee, the Lakers host, pre and post game on Spectrum, right, on Wednesday, and we were talking about, when the Lakers injuries happen, right? Luka happened, AR happened, same time. Everybody's deflated. The whole team is deflated. They get pretty much beat the next 2 games. They lost that Dallas game, which was so important, and they lost that
45 to flag, right?
Right, and then they kind of rallied, right? And you kind of see as a collective unit, they beat 3 teams in a row, albeit some players weren't playing. Devin Booker wasn't playing. They played Utah. They played Golden State without Steph Curry. Fine. But they won those games. And what they showed was they won those games like pretty well, right? Like they played really well in the game.
Yeah.
And so like he was just saying, like, if there's any ounce of like confidence going into the playoffs without Luka and AR, is that they learned to play together in those 3 games.
True.
And LeBron really was being the facilitator. Luke Kennard was stepping up. You had all these guys just ready to play, and you got Marcus Smart back, which was obviously huge. You can win. You can't win without him.
Yeah.
So I think that momentum going into game 1 was important, and then obviously KD helped being out. But just the fact that they won game 1, I'm hoping that momentum can continue into the rest of the series, and they can go. I mean, you probably heard obviously in practice this whole week, they kept talking about extend the season, keep playing, keep waiting to get our guys back. LeBron was going off like about rebounding the ball. Like we know what we need to do. We need to get our ass down low and rebound the damn ball. So you're starting to get a little bit of like that old LeBron too, right? So I love what I'm seeing. I'm just hoping they can keep that momentum going forward.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, totally. I mean, JJ, his emphasis throughout the week was 2 things, and I wrote about it today actually, was minimize turnovers.
Yep.
And box out.
Yep.
And then LeBron had like a infamous message like, hey, look, get your ass down there.
Yep.
Box out. You know what I mean? No excuses. You're grown men, like kind of stuff like that. And I thought that was awesome. Like, because I haven't heard him say anything like that in a long time.
Yep.
And you see the results, right?
Yeah.
Like I saw the guys actively trying to box out, because before this game, I was like, holy crap, like what are you guys doing? Like they see the ball go up and they're watching like they've never played basketball before.
Totally. Like they're in like rec league when they're just watching the ball, like letting everybody go.
I'm like, when I was taught how to play, it was like between you and between your man and the ball, you always have to be in that space, right?
For sure.
And then when the ball goes up, you turn around and you're focused on the ball, right? That's fundamentals, like basic fundamentals. And then they just weren't doing it. They just weren't. It's like they either didn't care or just who knows what's going on in players' heads. But today it looked like there was totally a mindset change. Right? They're just like, hey, look, these guys board better than any other team in the league. We need to to get in there, right?
For sure.
They're all capable because rebounding is an effort stat, right? You have to put in effort, or else you're screwed, right? Like, you have no chance, especially against a team that's elite in that category. I think it was like 48.1 rebounds per game, and the Lakers are 44 or something.
They're
like
insane.
That. Yeah. So I was just truly impressed across the board. I mean, there was some time like Marcus Smart took a couple of shots. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, there was the only, Eric was texting me the whole game because he was there, and he's like, Marcus Smart is so bad. Like, I'm like, don't worry, he's gonna do something that's gonna help. And he kind of like, turned the corner in the second half and stuff like that. But I will say, Lakers had 18 turnovers to Houston's 13, right? So that's a little concerning. We obviously shot 61%, so that's what pretty much won them the game. And then obviously got out rebounded. So like, those are the two things JJ wanted to happen, kind of didn't happen. However, they shot the damn ball so well.
They were better, though.
Yes.
They were like obviously better in that category.
Sure.
I mean, if they're the top team in the league, the only thing you can hope is like keep it close, right? Like the other team is probably going to beat you in that category, but at least keep it competitive to where it's not the difference in the game, right?
Yeah.
And clearly it wasn't the difference in the game.
For sure. I mean, and like the fact that we got 19 and 11 out of DeAndre Ayton, and he played 35. He played 35 minutes, right? Yeah. So like, he wasn't played off the court. Like he was.
Well, we all expected
the engaged DeAndre Ayton. Like, because you go, 2 games he might play well. 1 game he's back to not playing well, and then it kind of goes like that the whole season. So it's good to see that he's ready to roll, and we're going to need a lot of him during the series. So
totally true. You know what, the thing I liked about with him tonight was the fact there was no hesitation. He caught the ball and he just put it up, right? Rather than, like, I hate when bigs catch the ball and then put it down. Like, you always got to keep the ball up high, right? Like, you never put the ball down.
Dude, that's my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah. Like, always keep it high. And because that's your advantage. You're a big, right? It's your advantage. And he didn't do that tonight. He just was quick with all his movements. And I was like, he's locked in. He knows what he has to do, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was huge. Now, I wanted to get a little bit to the Luka injury and see what you've kind of heard, or if anything has changed. Luka.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Oh, yeah, you don't know anything about Luka.
No.
Yeah. But obviously, he went to Europe. We've talked about this and see if he can speed up the healing process. Anything you have heard on the streets there, Ryan, about
just conflicting reports all over the place.
Yeah.
I think the latest one was Jovan, right? Jovan Buha.
Yeah.
And he said, like, there's a chance that he can come back in this one.
Mid-rounds, mid-series.
And I trust Jovan. I think Jovan's really, wired in. He's got a good source or whatever. But then you hear these other people, like Reeves has a better chance to come in, and then it just goes back. I'm like, I honestly think nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody has any idea. They're just throwing stuff at the wall because, I mean, it's obviously a trending topic. It's going to get attention. So that's why I think you are more crucial than guys like me, because you know what these injuries are like, and then the severity of it and the timetable and all that stuff. So
the reality is it needs at least a month to heal. Like, it needs that 4 to 6 weeks to heal. So that, I mean, yes, the stem cells, the newer things that they can do, which manipulate the stem cells in Europe, can speed up that process. But the problem is you can't speed up that tissue that is new. And that's the thing that kind of worries me the most, is because when you lay down new tissue, it's fresh, it's not congruent the way the tissue is. And so there's more chance of a re-aggravation because of that. So it's he's probably dealing with no pain now. He probably feels really good. It's just a matter of, can he get up to speed where he's playing game speed and not feeling it at all? It's questionable, in my opinion, if you try to rush him back at, like, obviously he's only a little over 2 weeks right now. right? So
Right.
I think he's going to need at least a solid. I mean, I would want him to go 4 weeks, but if he's in the 3 week range and 3.5, and that's towards the end of the first round, and he's able to practice, or he's able to at least go fives, but nobody on the court and feels pretty good, I have a little more confidence in it. But the only thing Lakers can do for themselves is try to win as many games possible early, and then don't have to deal with that, and let them rest and have them ready for OKC.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good start, right?
Yeah.
It's a good start. Hopefully Tuesday it gets even better. But I mean, from what I've seen, obviously I don't know the knowledge that you do in terms of that side of things, but hamstring injuries are tricky, right? Because like kind of what you said, you think you're fine because there's no pain, and then you go out and you play 5 minutes and you re-aggravate it like that, right? It's just it's one of those that you really got to be careful about coming back. It's like a calf strain too, like
totally
same kind of deal.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Jalen Green deal with it this whole year, right? Like he strained his hamstring to begin the season, and then came back and literally played a game, and then the next game within the first 5 minutes strained it again and was out 6 weeks.
And like from your perspective, you could see that you'd be like, okay, well, he came back too fast. He's gonna go down.
Yeah,
and that's how you feel about Luka right now. Like
so. To me, okay, so remember when before All-Star break, right? So he strained his hamstring then. It was likely like a grade 1 hamstring because he was out basically 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that was the first injury, right? Then he played the whole, what was it? At least
March.
6 weeks, at least a month, 6 weeks, where he's like dominating, scoring 40 points every game.
Yeah.
You're like, this is amazing. But then eventually re-aggravated it, caused a grade 2 strain. So now you've already had 2 strains within a 2.5 month window, right? So that tissue is just you're trying to lay down a bunch of scar tissue. You're trying to take away the bad tissue. And then now you're just concerned, like, whether or not he could just make it worse. That's my thing. But I will say that he's not an explosive player, compared to like a Jalen Green. Aaron Gordon, who's been dealing with all those soft tissue stuff. He's been dealing with calf strains, hamstring strains over the last 2 years.
Something happened to him today.
Yeah, like he just continues to deal with this soft body stuff, soft tissue stuff, and those are the athletes. Those are the guys that are jumping out of the gym, though, right? So that's the only thing that I feel like if he can give himself a little bit more time to heal, like he might be all right because he just doesn't play that style.
So what's the advantage of going to Spain? Spain, the regulations are a little bit more flexible, right?
Yeah.
Or not so strict, right?
Yeah. So the FDA here just has so many rules and regulations, right? So say when you can get stem cells here. When you get them, they can't be manipulated. They can't be touched, right? So what
does that mean, though?
It just means they basically spin them, and then it adds more potency to it.
Okay.
So like in Europe and in certain places, they can basically manipulate them and increase the potency by like tenfold. So what you're getting is just a lot stronger of a stem cell than you would get here.
Can you hook me up with those stem cells?
I know, man. Everybody needs them.
Yeah, I didn't know because I mean, we all heard about Kobe going to like Germany back in the day, right? When he was trying to get his body right.
Totally.
Even Gary Vee said something about this the other day. So it does speed up the process, but you still feel like the danger of re-injury is it's just there.
It's still there, right? I mean, I feel like if he didn't, like he knows his body, but if he wasn't really willing to risk it, he wouldn't have gone to Europe, right? Like he knows he wants to come back. So I don't doubt that he's going to come back. I've talked to Eric and I've said this on the show before. It's not just the hamstring that I get concerned about sometimes. It's other things that can lead to a major injury, right? So
what would that be? Because that's kind of high. That's not like Achilles thing.
It would be more. So the hamstring is the second protector of the ACL. So essentially,
okay.
it acts as
Wow.
it does the same mechanism.
Yeah.
So in an ACL injury, what happens is the tibia slides forward, right?
Mhm.
Like so they can't control this motion and it rips. The
Yeah.
hamstring helps that tibia from sliding forward anterior as well.
It's like
So
securing it kind of thing.
yeah, so like a la like if you think it's Klay Thompson in the finals when he had a hamstring strain, and then when he came and played on it, landed,
Oh, right.
couldn't handle that buckle, right? He couldn't handle
When
that
that dunk,
absorption.
right? And then he came
Yeah,
back.
I mean he was thrown off his body. Don't get me wrong,
Mhm.
but when he landed on that leg, his hamstring wasn't strong enough to withstand that force, and then the tibia just kind of goes forward. So things like that, I get a little more concerned because so it's not just a risk of tearing the hamstring further. Sometimes it's a risk for a major injury, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of that was my initial thought, like going into this, like, hey, look, you're probably gonna go up against a juggernaut that can't be beaten with what you have anyway. So
Yeah,
why risk it, right? Like, if you're going up against OKC or even San Antonio or Denver, right? Like, why risk coming back and then just re-aggravating it or making it worse? But I didn't realize that was something that could lead to like an ACL tear or whatever. Uh,
yeah.
and that's
It's like
obviously what,
it's
6
the
months?
thing you don't want to think about, but it's got to be a concern on all parties, right? Because obviously Luke is our franchise player. He's signed for the next couple of years,
Yeah.
and if something were to happen because he tried to come back so early and he was lost for next year, I mean, come on, that would just
Well,
ruin
you
everything.
think about that, right? And he does that, and he is out for the rest next season or the majority of it. Think how that affects the offseason,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Oh, yeah. 100%.
what players are going to want to come to LA if it's just like Austin Reeves?
Yeah. Totally.
Right? Like, and that's even up in the air. Like,
Yeah.
Austin Reeves is going to have plenty of offers. I don't think he's going anywhere, but
No, I think that's a kind of it should be a done deal because what else are we
49
gonna
yeah,
Lakers are gonna have to sign somebody. So
yeah, that would be another thing if they let him walk.
oh,
Like,
I think the Laker fans would just riot at that
oh
point.
yeah, honestly, that is exactly what I would think. I mean, I'd be like, dude, really?
Yeah.
You see, I mean, Caruso was one thing,
Yeah.
but you let Reeves just walk out the door,
No
and
way.
he'd probably go to a team like San Antonio, right? Like, or a team that's ready to contend.
To win. Yeah.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
but that is interesting though. That I didn't know that. I didn't know that a hamstring could lead to an ACL or knee instability, right? To where
Yeah.
it's a risk.
It's more the like you hit it on the head right there. More instability that leads to that injury, right? So
Yeah.
it's a concern, but I think they honestly see a team that can contend, right? The way they played in March and they went 15-2, LeBron sees it, Lucas sees it,
Well,
AR sees it.
I saw one thing, and that was them against OKC.
I know. That was a bad game.
Not
I know
contending,
that was the measuring stick, and we definitely failed that test.
yeah,
So,
and that's who they're going to face next.
I know. That's gonna be a
So-
tough battle, man. No matter what. And to be honest, I don't know if anybody can beat OKC.
No, I
at
don't.
this
Yeah,
point.
I don't know either. I really
But
don't.
but you got to play the games, and I mean, is that the team right now for you that you're picking to win it all? Like if you had,
Yeah, like if I had gone to the head, okay, what do you pick? Who's winning it all? Yeah, I would pick OKC over anybody.
yeah, it's hard
But I do think there are contenders. I do think San Antonio's frisky
for
right?
sure.
I think Boston is, and I think Detroit is as well.
Yeah.
But out of those four, I don't really. I mean, maybe Denver, right? Maybe.
I do like Denver, like because they gave OKC the toughest series last year. I mean, well, Indiana
It went 7.
Indiana did too, went 7,
Yeah.
but yeah, OKC and Denver went 7, but Aaron Gordon strained his hamstring in Game 6, then tried to play in Game 7.
Yeah, he didn't look healthy today.
Yeah, so
been
that's
hurt.
the only worry you got with OKC is, I mean, Denver is if Gordon is just not healthy and stuff like that, because that makes their team totally different.
Who would you pick?
I picked before we started the show. Before I was OKC. Like I just don't see. I think based on the fact that they barely had Jalen Williams this year.
Right.
They SGA was out for a decent amount of games for a period, like 3-4 weeks where he was out because of the abdominal strain.
Tactical, though.
And they literally just kept winning every damn game. Like they had a little streak of losing to San Antonio, pretty much four games to San Antonio,
which is crazy, right? Like San Antonio has their number for some reason.
So like, if they play San Antonio, I think that would be a pretty damn good series.
And West Finals.
That'd be epic. Oh yeah, it'd be fun. And I do like the confidence of Wemby. Like, I mean, I love Wemby. There's a rare people in this league that come in that young and are that confident. We can think of one in LA, obviously, Kobe. Like he was that confident.
And he's super. He's super sharp.
Yeah, super cerebral. So, I just don't know if they're like. I just feel like they're OKC 2 years ago, but we'll see if they can actually compete.
That's a good point. They are OKC,
up, right? But these two teams for like years. I mean, as long as they, OKC is about to get the Clippers pick right now.
Well, that's what worries me in terms of long term. Like, I'm not even really considering this playoffs as like. It's almost like it's a bonus, right?
Yeah.
Like whatever happened, like tonight was a bonus. It was like cool, okay, awesome that happened. Maybe there's some momentum, but eventually we're gonna get kicked in the teeth, right? Like kicked in the balls. Like,
totally,
it's just gonna happen. But then you look at these two teams that are young with superstars with zero ego, right? Like you're gonna have to contend with these guys for the rest of the Luka Doncic era in LA. So you got to do some work to put the right team around him, right? Like, so what happens? What's the game plan? I mean, Mark Walter, he's got deep pockets. He's going to want to spend, right?
Yeah.
Regardless of the aprons and all that crap that goes on top of it. But I don't know. And there's some intriguing options out there. It's just,
I know.
How do you compete with these guys, right? You have to have a deep team, not just 2 or 3 really good guys. You got to have a deep team because OKC is stacked from top to bottom. You know what I mean?
I mean, Ryan, look at every team that's on top this year. OKC, they built their whole team, obviously traded for SGA a while back.
But organically
build that team. San Antonio organically built that team, traded for a veteran and De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
Detroit organically built that team, super deep and young. Go to Boston, organically build that team.
Yeah.
Tatum and Brown. Like, I mean, it just keeps going and going, right? So this league has changed so much over the last couple of years from, get your 3 superstars or get your 2 superstars and then add a bunch of role players and veterans and stuff like that. Yeah. It's not that league anymore. Yeah, so I totally agree with you. I don't know if the Lakers
have what it takes to do that.
The mentality has always been trade for the superstar or sign a free agent, right? So, and I think that still can happen. Like, obviously, I'm sure they'll be in the Giannis sweepstakes, which I'm not really. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't want Giannis, but I feel there's just a little bit of drama, more than a little bit of drama that comes with Giannis.
What's interesting with that is, I want to, like 2 weeks ago, I was like, yes, that makes perfect sense. Get Giannis in here. He anchors the defense. He can take over when Luka's struggling or AR struggling or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's perfect.
Yeah.
Right. Now I'm like, I don't know if that's a good move.
Yeah.
At all. Because I think Giannis is kind of trending down.
Sure.
Right? Like, he went from like a kind of like an Iron Man, I don't get injured, to I'm injured damn near all the time.
Yeah. Right? It's been at least 4 years where he's had some injuries like here and there and like kind of been out for a lot of things. So
it's like, do you want another AD situation? And
no.
I'm not saying AD was great. I loved AD. I still love AD. But do you want to do that again? Do you want? I mean, pair a guy that you really can't, count on, and you're leveraging the future to do it, and Luka's prime.
Yeah.
I mean, this summer could dictate how Luka feels about the Lakers for the rest of his career, right?
Yeah, because technically,
like, I'm out. Like, I don't care.
Luka could opt out in 2 more years after this next year, right?
I'm not. Yeah, you
I
might
think
be
it's
right.
contract. Something like that. I think he's
He
really
just signed that extension, right?
Yeah, he just signed, but it's like 3 years essentially.
It's very short. Yeah, it's not a big window.
So yeah, these are like the testing window years, right? So we gotta make it count. Now, I will say the LeBron over the last 2 months has really thrown a wrinkle in whether or not it's somebody they bring back. And you felt like it was splitting for a long time.
I don't think I think he's already decided. And
you think he's gone?
I think it's like I've said this a few times on podcasts and all, and, stuff. But when LeBron came to LA, we all knew about a month ahead of time that was basically a guarantee.
Yeah,
he was coming. We all knew it. We all prepared pieces and all that stuff. And it happened. And I feel the same way about him leaving right now, but not as definitive, right?
Yeah.
Kind of more like, I think there's a good possibility it happens.
Got it.
I think he goes to Cleveland. I think it makes the most sense.
It does. To finish your career in Cleveland, it would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Eric. Eric,
Hey, what's up?
you driving from the game?
Yeah, you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
All right, I got a couple minutes. Yeah, sorry guys. I was there in house. Man, I always forget how much the intensity goes up just so many notches being at a game. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I'm watching on the TV here. We felt the same way. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I don't know where I'm at, but
yeah, I was about to say, you got barbed wire? You going to jail?
I thought you were in Santa
Monica
Monica first for like the Ferris wheel or whatever, but now it's like barbed wire.
But yeah,
I'm getting some tacos here in a second.
There you go. LA, heart of LA. Now give us your feedback on the game, Eric. We've been talking about the rebounding, we've been talking about the grittiness of the game, but what were your thoughts being in the building?
I mean, look, when I first realized I was gonna go, I had no real thoughts in terms of no expectations, right? So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go, just enjoy myself. But then once I think I saw Ryan had mentioned that KD was questionable, right, earlier. And then I saw that he was ultimately out. I'm like, oh shit, like, we're gonna have a game here, it looks like.
You got a chance.
Yeah.
I truly thought that last few minutes of the second quarter where Houston caught up and they were only down 2, and then Shepherd hit a 3 to start the second half. I'm like, oh man, I think that might be it. But I mean, credit to the Lakers. Dude, they obviously got it done. I know you guys, I was listening earlier, you guys talked about the offensive rebounds, 21-3.
Yep.
To be honest, I was getting to the point where I hoped Houston made their second free throw because the Lakers could not get a rebound to save their lives. But Luke Kennard, LeBron, Rui played a big 42 minutes. Obviously a big team effort and big team win.
That was kind of crazy too, huh? Rui playing as much as he did. Like AJ's like counting on him more than anybody. Like, kind of wild. Yeah,
I was not expecting that. Obviously, LeBron 38 minutes. It's going to be hard for him to carry a load 40 minutes a night, but that's what it's going to be like. Luckily, this first round is pretty spread out.
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys talked about KD's knee. I mean, Evan? What are you thinking? I mean, is it they don't play till Tuesday? But
yeah. I mean, like I was telling Ryan that there's probably a little bit more to it than just a knee contusion, right? And the way Udoka explained it is he got hit on an awkward spot, which was above the knee. So probably the tendon there, which is the quad tendon that's above the knee. So that can actually cause like a acute inflammation and tendonitis. So it's almost like that's one way to cause acute tendonitis. So I would say it's a pain thing, and then also just that causes inflammation, also causes your knee to be pretty stiff, and that's why they said he can go. So we'll see if he's able to go in game 2. I would imagine it would be hard pressed to not he would not play. Like I would think he would try to give it a go as best he can because there's no structural damage inside the knee right now.
If he doesn't go game 2, I mean, I don't think you can count on him for the rest of the series, right? Like at least
True.
as an important thing, important figure. But wait until you hear who collided with him in practice, right? That guy is going to be.
Oh yeah,
he's going to be public enemy number 1 in Houston for sure.
I would imagine it was Capella because that's what Aiden would be saying because maybe he was hating on Capella the whole time. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, him missing a playoff game, it tells you it's somewhat serious. I think if Rockets would have won tonight, then hey, maybe you think about sitting game 2. I think Charles Barkley said something like that. But with them being down 0-1, I mean, you're still, even if you get down 0-2, you're obviously you lost 2 on the road. You get 2 at home coming back. So there's still that, of course. But you miss playoff games, you got to be at least somewhat, or not even somewhat. You got to be pretty injured. So we'll see. But I'm gonna jump off because the noise is kind of crazy here. But I just wanted to come say hi, Ryan. Thanks for joining. Go Lakers, man. So it's,
but just be sure to put like a blanket over the barbed wire before you go over.
Yeah. Don't be jumping on that and getting injured on the show like that, Eric.
Yeah, no, for sure. I know, right? But I will say one thing. So I don't know. I still don't know what's gonna happen in this series. But I've been saying it all along, and I think a lot of people have, just extend the series, right?
Yeah.
Make it go as long as it can. Now we know for sure that at least it will be a game 5 at home.
Yeah.
And then hope that, your guys can come back and make a run. So obviously a big win. But all right, guys, I'm gonna jump off.
All right, brother.
Appreciate you.
We'll see you.
See ya. Go Lakers.
Go Lakers, bye.
Yeah, so man, I'm sure the crowd, I mean, it seemed like the crowd was going crazy there. It had to be intense feeling.
We couldn't get footage of him jumping over the fence there.
No, we gotta get him going on there. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have him send me a text of him jumping over and see what happens. But then he might be out for like game 2 for sure. So.
There we go. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, I mean, getting the crowd experience, get game 1 at home, man. Couldn't get any better than that, Ryan.
Yeah, totally.
You're putting it at 60-40. The Lakers winning the series now. I mean, I went in going into today, man, I was more pessimistic just in general until I heard KD.
Yeah.
I got pretty hyped. Even told my kids, I'm like, look, Lakers about to get a win tonight, and they need to. But let's just see if we can extend the series. And I just think if you can get 2 at home at this point and then can kind of go to Houston and just feel like you got that momentum, it's going to be so much better for them kind of going into, hopefully getting Luka and AR back.
I think even just splitting is a positive in so many ways, right?
For sure.
The confidence with the team is going to be great. Luka is going to be probably more motivated to come back.
100%.
I'm sure he is regardless, but just seeing what's possible. Like it's, I'm sure when I wake up tomorrow, I'll be like, okay, that really happened, kind of thing. They really won game 1, right?
Yeah. I'm sure you can be writing some articles being like, where did this really happen? Did these dudes beat these dudes right now?
3 reasons why that's going to change the whole series.
Yeah, no, totally. That game 1 really did. And before we kind of get out of here, I wanted to say one thing. I thought about this series before kind of game 1, before hearing about KD, and thought, this is JJ Redick's series.
Yeah.
Okay. Like he has to prove himself as a coach. And obviously last season was like his rookie year. He had a great regular season and then got Luka in the middle, had to change everything. Still got him to play well, but then he had those faults in the playoffs where he played his starters 48 minutes essentially, right? Sorry, not 48, the whole second half. Stopped playing Jackson Hayes, went completely small, and thought that was the way to beat Minnesota.
Maxi Kleber.
Playing Kleber when he hasn't played at all.
Ever.
So I was like, man, if he can put a stamp on who he is as a coach, I think this would be huge for him because this is this is what you pay somebody to do. Like you want somebody to hey, we're down 2 guys. You got to figure out a way to win. And to me, his confidence during the week has been super important. And I think that showed in game 1.
I think because last year was a disaster for him.
Yeah.
I think he was a guy, where they say, like, wears his emotion on his sleeve kind of thing, like, and lets that drive him. I mean, because he went off, I think he went at one of the Lakers reporter. I think it was Kobe Price, and he said just something like, just out of left field, like, dude, really? Like, calm down. Like, this is your job. This is the kind of questions you're going to get. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
And I felt like it's almost like you saw a guy who had been a player for so long and had the same mentality for so long that he didn't know how to break that kind of emotion and passion.
Yeah.
As a coach when things got real.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
I mean, 82 games is fun. You can space that out and calm down and all that stuff. But when you get to the playoffs, you got to be like sound mind. Like, I mean, Zen Master. Jesus, the guy's name is Zen Master.
Totally,
Phil Jackson, right?
Yeah, yeah, you're right though. You're right about that. JJ's calmed down this year big time.
Yeah.
Like, and he's learned to calm down his emotions. Because obviously last year stressed the shit out of him, and he aged like no other in like 2 years.
Well, I was saying he was going to be like Obama in office.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine
like
4 years of Lakers coach. I don't know if I had an episode a couple weeks ago, and I was talking about how my wife was, she obviously, when they hired JJ Redick, she's like, who the hell she doesn't watch sports at all. Yeah. And she's like, who the hell did the Lakers just hire? Because I'm going to watch some Laker games right now.
Oh, because he's a good looking guy.
Yeah, a good looking guy, right? Fast forward to maybe a month ago, she's like, doesn't watch any Laker games. She comes downstairs. I got the game on, and it shows him, and she's like, what the hell happened to JJ Redick? And I was like, that's being the Lakers coach, right? So like,
that's
literally,
why I don't understand why guys become coaches, or or
totally
women, whoever.
Yeah.
It seems like it's like a thankless job, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like you do it, you are the scapegoat no matter what. Right?
Sure.
If everything goes to shit, you're the guy that gets the blame, and you get fired, right?
Yeah.
If everything goes well, the superstar gets the credit. Right? Luka gets the credit. LeBron gets the credit.
Yeah, you get the blame no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to do it consistently, like Phil Jackson. You have to do it consistently.
Yeah.
To get that, like, you have to have a legacy of coaching like incredible teams and winning titles to get to that point. Like, even look at Steve Kerr right now. That guy's in the hot seat, right?
Yeah.
And he was one of the best coaches for the last
4 championships.
Yeah,
in the dynasty.
And now I wouldn't be shocked if we heard tomorrow Steve Kerr is fired. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or like Spoelstra, same kind of situation.
Same thing. It's like it runs its course, right? We saw it in the NFL. Mike Tomlin stepped down. John Harbaugh's fired, right?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes in a locker room, the voice just gets old, and there just has to be a change, right? Like, whether or not you want to or not, but sometimes that happens. But
I posted a video literally right before the game, and I said, if you could rate JJ Redick from 1 to 10 off of what he's done so far, what would you put him at?
I would give him a strong 8.
That's exactly what I said. I said a solid 8.
Solid 8. Yeah, because like, my reason is, obviously, I mean, he's been able to handle the regular season really well as a Lakers coach, and like, to get the 3rd and 4th seed. I mean, they probably would have got the 3rd seed if Luka and AR never got injured, right? So
for sure,
that would almost be like back-to-back third seeds. But he also won more games this year too. So that's how tough the West is. But obviously, I can't give him a 10 because he didn't do anything in the playoffs yet. So that's like, to me, that was kind of like, I mean, he's everything that you expected in the coach.
Yes. Like, I am blown away by that guy. Honestly, I thought it was such a stupid hire. I thought it was really stupid.
Yeah. It was crazy to take a chance, but then you think of like people like Steve Kerr, right, who really didn't have any coaching experience. He had some he got in San Antonio and was in the management position and stuff like that, so he had that experience, but just no coaching, right? So like, it happens.
Well,
But
even Pat Riley, right? Pat Riley wasn't
announcing
anything
Yeah.
until he became what was it, a co-assistant or whatever with Jerry West, and then Jerry West like, I'm not doing that. Like, you're the guy. Like, you go.
So that's very true. And to me, that's who he reminds me of the most, right? Is like a Riley type of coach, right?
Well,
like
when I heard that comparison, it was really, really, really early, and I was like, okay, this is total bullshit. What are we doing? Like, why are you hyping up this guy like this?
Yeah,
like
true.
You're putting him in the same category.
I know you can't. It's so hard to do that.
Yeah.
But if JJ had a chance,
I get it. I mean, even Pat Riley said it during his statue unveiling.
Yeah,
I love it. I love JJ. Like, I can see his fire and all that stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm sold on Jay. Honestly, I think if they made a change of head coach, that would be terrible. I think it would be so stupid to do.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you think back at like Darvin Ham, and yes, he got them to the Western Conference Finals, but I wouldn't even say that was like him getting them to the Western Conference Finals. It was more LeBron and AD kind of doing that, right? But
and the competition was shit. So
and like you saw in timeouts, and when they mic'd him up, you're like, dude, I'm not trying to hate on the guy, but you remember the board
foul or whatever.
You remember the board? Like, there's so many memes of that. So I just think like X's and O's, and just I think one of the main things he does is hold people accountable, and it doesn't matter if you're LeBron or Luka. You saw him and Luka going back and forth in Golden State,
and Mando holding them back or whatever.
Yeah, so he's not going to put his superstars in a position where they have that advantage over the team, and I love that about him.
And he shouldn't, because I mean, I think a head coach nowadays should go into the job thinking this job is probably only 2 years, right? At the minimum 2 years, maybe one. And then I have to prove myself to get it to be like Spoelstra or Popovich or
for sure,
or Jackson or whatever, or Riley. So I mean, you go in there with it. I mean, and obviously he doesn't take any shit.
Nope.
Right? Like he's like, oh, I don't care who you are. I'm gonna go at you. Or you're LeBron James. You're the third option now, right? Even though we were,
and that had to be, he talked to him about it, like, and they had to make that decision, and I'm sure
that conversation
JJ is a big part about it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
man. Awesome. So before we get out of here, you got anything last parting words, or what your thoughts are on the rest of the series?
18th banner hanging
already. All right.
No, I'm not that crazy.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, thinking about it though, man, I mean, obviously I don't want to think that far ahead, but it would be pretty cool if you see LA Boston again.
Yeah, well, even LeBron said that, didn't he? He said, like, if I could pick like a final series to have, it would be Boston. I don't know if he was just appealing to like the diehard Lakers fans, but
that's the other thing. Like for me too, is like knowing that Luka and AR are going to be out for a while, and like if number one, if LeBron was able to win this series without him, that would, I mean, at 41 years old, 23rd season, I don't even know what to say about that. But if somehow this team could get to the finals and win it,
that would be crazy.
He would be the GOAT, right?
MJ's my GOAT through and through.
No, trust me. MJ
but hey, look,
MJ's my GOAT.
Change, thoughts, opinions change. I'd have to see how it panned out. It's just
Ryan. He's 41 years old in his 23rd season without Luka and AR right now. If he were to get to the finals, I mean, Luka would probably come back, AR would come back, and they won it, that'd be 5 championships for him.
Yeah, but that's so crazy. Like, I'd have to get to that point to see where my mind's at.
I know. I'm moving a little forward. I know.
Yeah, and plus MJ's my guy. Like, I'm going to stand by him and
6-0.
Exactly.
6-0. I know. I'm an old head, man. I'm an old head.
Well, you're like me. Like this right here.
You got Kobe, you got Jordan, and you got Magic in the background.
Exactly.
Right. So like I'm on the same thing, but I was just thinking like, man, like the storyline, if somehow that could happen, would be incredible. And then to me, it'd be like, would you just retire? Like, I mean, you could go defend the championship at that point, but like,
If he did win this year, I think
Yeah.
he'd retire, and there's no question about it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you don't need a retirement tour at that point. You can kind of move on and just be like,
was it Sam Emick and Dan Wokey or Wiki or however you say his name?
yeah,
they came out with an article. It was either today or yesterday, and it said that he didn't want a retirement or farewell tour or whatever. And my first instinct was bullshit.
I know. I can imagine him not doing it.
Yeah. I mean, LeBron, as amazing as he is, he does love attention, right? He does love everybody being, I mean, look, this kind of thing, and like, you know, all that stuff. That's LeBron.
That's true.
Him not having a farewell tour just does not make sense in my mind.
Very true.
That's why I thought Cleveland was perfect, right? Because you go back, you appease to all the Cavs fans that loved him when he came in, and yada yada yada. You win, you know, and they're competitive, right? If they were shit, I'd be like, yeah, there's no way he's going back.
Yeah,
right. But they could compete with him on the roster.
Agreed.
But the Lakers need Jared Allen in return in a sign and trade deal.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's when it can happen, or Evan Mobley if that's the case.
Oh God, Evan Mobley! Could you imagine?
Luka and Mobley and AR? Come on,
dude.
Stop.
That would be ridiculous. Yeah.
All right, man. We appreciate you having you on, kind of filling in for Eric, and obviously we got a little bit of Eric in there at some point. But we'll have you on at some point again, because I mean, this was a great combo. It'll be fun to have you on and get you on later in the playoffs here.
I think you need to check the police scanners for Eric though, because like, you know, scaling over the, you know, the.
Don't worry, we're gonna have. You remember that show Cops? We're gonna have one of those videos, and you're gonna see him running along, and he's
bad boys.
What you gonna do? But all right. So for the Hoops Rehab team, we are out. Thank you, Ryan, for joining the show. We'll see you guys soon.
No problem.